Did you know besides dependence and independence, there's two other pences? But before we get into that, give me the three freebies. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm your host for the Firm and Fair podcast, The Spencer Perspective, and we have work to do. Let's get to it. So here we have it, the four pences. We have dependence, independence, interdependence, and codependence. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the straight up definition of what each are for relationships. I'm not going to get into the about. I'm going to give you my opinion on all four. So we have dependence. Dependent people usually try to avoid responsibility, endlessly complain, blame others, tell lies, and avoid the consequences of their actions. Dependent people avoid developing essential qualities and skills that support adult long term happiness. They may demand or manipulate other people to do for them what they will not do for themselves. So, in my opinion, when it comes to dependence, being someone who's in a very dependent relationship, it's not good to have someone who cannot take care of themselves be with you if you're taking care of yourself, because if they can't take care of themselves, how are they going to be able to take care of you when it's your time in need? Because in relationships, there's always some give and take. So dependence is something you definitely don't want to be, but you need to be able to understand and, identify yourself as such. And if you are, then, there are some countermeasures in this article, which I'll provide a link in the low bar and below. So we also now have codependence. So codependence, relying on others to provide what we are not providing for ourselves. Obviously, as newborn babies, we are extremely codependent. We have no ability to provide safety, survival needs, and emotional sustenance for ourselves. In our codependent stages of life, we are totally vulnerable, and all of our trust is placed on the actions and resources of others. We, on our own, are powerless. So, I guess codependence is, it's not a true, it's, I guess one party, through sickness and health. I guess it's through that sickness part where one person has to place all their trust on, that person to take care of them, in sickness and in health. But this is the sickness part where one person is relying on someone to provide what you can't even do for your own self. So you truly are codependent on this person. It's not even dependent, because if you're dependent or you're in that dependent stage, you can at least do it for yourself. Where you're codependent, you can't even do it for yourself. Someone else has to do it for you. So on your own, you're powerless. And I guess that's in a sense when you feel like a fear of trying to love someone. So it's like you're codependent because you're staying with them, but you still fear, the idea of truly loving that person and truly letting go and truly becoming vulnerable. And you're codepending on protecting yourself, that warrior that's inside that wall. So I get it and I understand. Here's independence. Independence is being self reliant, self empowered, and capable of providing our own needs emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. As we grow older, we begin making progress towards independence. In our independent stages of life, we build purpose, direction, and trust for ourselves. We are powerful within our own energy and know exactly that we can rely on and provide for ourselves. Um, yeah, I would say it only makes sense to be an independent if you are, knocking on wood, a widow. I don't want to be a widow, but it happens. That's the only time you should become truly independent. If you're in a relationship with someone and you're both here and on this earth, there should be no independence between the both of you. There shouldn't be, because there has to be some sort of desire, some necessity to the reason why the both of you are together. To be independent is to not need this person for anything whatsoever. How could you be in a relationship and be independent of each other? It leaves too much way in the it leaves too much in the way of the fact that there is no leaning on each other, which is what the waves and emotions of relationships are about. Independence is not a good stage to be at either. So far, dependence is not good. Codependence is not good. Well, dependence is not good because you're not trying to participate in your own relationship. That's the reason why. Codependence is not good because you're not choosing to participate in a relationship at all. And the other person is putting forth as much as they can. That's not going to work out. Independence. You both come together like you don't need each other because you're so independent. That's not going to work long term either. But last but not least, which I think this might be the most, which is where I'm at with my baby doll, which I'm very happy about. Shout outs to you, baby doll. I know you're sick, and this is like me talking to the fourth wall when I talk to you right now, but I really hope you're doing fine and well. Make it back to the States and make it back to me safe. I choose you every single day. That's my shout out to you. All right, back to these scheduled messages, people. We have last but the most, interdependence. Interdependence is being a whole and balanced person who is able to share with and join in the healthy resources of life and others. This facilitates an even greater expansion in life than the independent stage, as we now have unlimited access to even more love, success, and happiness that we could have provided for ourselves. Yeah, I'm there 100% with my baby doll. Like I'm very happy. To get there with someone, you have to have lots of conversations, tough conversations. You have to be as real as possible too. You got to kind of be vulnerable, be ready to trust, and you have to be ready to choose that person every single day. I'm choosing to do the right thing, and I'm choosing her every single day. But we enjoy each other so much when we're with each other. When I'm not with her, I'm chill, I'm cool. I'm balanced, because, I'm still handling my own business, Right now, she's on a 10-day vacation. I miss her. But I'm chilling. Now, when she gets back, I was going to be on and popping. And you already know what I mean. But still, I miss her. I can't wait to hug her and see her. But we have a wholesomeness to our relationship where we're just sharing so much with each other. And when we get back, we're going to have the talk, which is a good one. But, I'm happy. And once you find something that makes you happy, you got to kind of work towards it, work together on it, and hold on to it. Like, there's nothing for you out there, which is going to be another topic in the next 10 videos or so. But there's nothing for you out there. If you have a relationship, hold on with everything that you have. There's nothing for you out there, okay? You're getting better. I know that you are, because if you're at this episode, yeah, we're almost halfway through. Just let you know, I guess I never really publicized this, but this is only going to be a 100 video series, Becoming Firm and Fair. I want this to be a collection that in the future people can lean on for a balanced and wholesome look at relationships, but still coming from the perspective of a man that has suffered. So I'm stoic. So most of what I say comes with, a grain of truth, a grain of salt for your troubles. But still, I just want to help people. But there's only going to be 100 videos. They're getting better. I'm getting better. We all are. This is the Firm and Fair podcast. I'm your host, The Spencer Perspective, and I'm out.